Member for Nanaimo North Cowichan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to share with the House an inspiring story of strength from Nanaimo. Gina Watson spent years on the street, addicted and without her children, before ending up at Tent City in Nanaimo in 2018. Even while struggling with her own issues, Gina was known at the camp for being someone that anyone could turn to if they needed help or support. She organized garbage cleanups around the encampment, took shifts in the kitchen, helping to prepare and distribute food, and helped distribute other donations such as tents and sleeping bags. Even though she had only a small tent to call her own, she often used part of her space to hold others' belongings and to hold and distribute safe supplies like naloxone kits. Shortly after arriving at the camp, Gina secured a part-time job cleaning rooms at a local motel, something she had been unable to do while on the streets, as she had nowhere to store her belongings. She was happy and ready to better herself and begin to turn her life around. Unfortunately, she struggled to maintain the job as she was still living in a tent without electricity or water. When Tent City shut down and Nanaimo's new temporary supportive housing opened, Gina finally secured a place to stay with heat, running water, and a lock on the door. Just those simple things that so many of us take for granted allowed her to finally break free of her addiction, gain meaningful employment, save money, and ultimately, as of 2 months ago, finally get her children back. Our CAs do so much work, and I'd like to thank Sarah Miller, my CA, for taking her own time to drive Gina to appointments to help, and all of our CAs put so much out for our communities. After almost 8 years of struggling with addiction and living rough, it took only 1 year in supportive housing for Gina to get her life back on track, to the benefit of her and her 2 daughters and our community. Everyone in this House, I know everyone in this House, will join me in celebrating Gina's strength and success and say to her, Gina, we have your back, and keep on fighting.